First, the top news headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid a short visit to Imphal, urged people to vote for BJP for double-engine government. Ex-Chief Minister Iwobi asked whether Prime Minister aligned with anti-social elements to impose bans and blockades in the past. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari promises to complete all road improvement works in state soon. Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the Mami TV English News Bulletin. I'm ALBINA RIAMEI. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid a short visit to Imphal this morning and took part in the party's election campaign by addressing a public rally held at Luang Pokpa Sports Complex located at Luang Shangbam and left for Delhi after the rally. The Prime Minister arrived at the Bir Tikendrajit International Airport by a special flight around 11 a.m. He was given a rousing welcome at the airport by state leaders of BJP led by Chief Minister N. Biren. As the Prime Minister's cavalcade headed towards Luang Shangbam, thousands of people line up on both sides of Tidim Road and National Highway 2 and welcome the Prime Minister by waving BJP flags and hands. Spectacular drum dance and conch blowing troops welcomed the Prime Minister as he entered the venue of the rally and stepped up on the stage. Addressing the Manmot rally, the Prime Minister said Congress party does not know the sentiments of the people of the Northeast and the difficulties faced by them, but the NDA government is well aware of the potentials and regard the region as goddess of the resources. Thus, it is the wish of BJP to serve the people of the region and to bring the region to development. He further said the BJP-led double-engine government really tried to bring development in Manipur during the past 5 years. The efforts made during the past 5 years have enabled the party to lay foundation for the next 25 years. It is necessary for BJP to get absolute majority in the ensuing election to push the search for development, peace and stability. Everyone must make concerted effort to make the state free of ban and blockades and violence. Ban and blockades used to be the regular feature during the Congress regime, but today the government led by N. Biren has brought the state toward development, the Prime Minister said.
बीजेपी सरकार पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट में स्पोर्ट्स टैलेंट को प्रोत्साहित कर रही है, स्पोर्ट्स इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर इन्वेस्ट कर रही है और आपने देखा होगा ऐसे ही माहौल के कारण ओलंपिक्स में भारत ने इतिहास का सबसे बेहतरीन प्रदर्शन किया है। भाई और बहनों, हमारे जनजातीय समाज का आजादी की लड़ाई में अहम योगदान रहा है। बीजेपी सरकार ने इस योगदान को भी सम्मान दिया है। हमारी सरकार ने हर साल 15 नवंबर को जनजातीय गौरव दिवस के रूप में मनाने का निर्णय किया है।
Speaking at the rally, Chief Minister N. Biren said people must not forget the generous steps taken by Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the difficult times of COVID-19 pandemic. Implementation of ILP in the state to protect the indigenous people was a remarkable step. Today, the state is witnessing peace, stability and development. People of Manipur ought to show gratitude towards the Prime Minister by enabling BJP to win more than 40 seats to make to absolute majority, Chief Minister Biren said.
अखोइना इंडिजिनस पीपल सिंगो महिरोंदगी लेरप अखोइगी मिसिंग यामजद्रब पीपल सिंगो मुठखिकन रायना पाखतना कीदना थक थक तेकना लेबा मतमदा अदुगो सिटीजन अमेंडमेंट एक्ट इरोइनना मणिपुर दा नखोई से ख्वाइदगी मरुओइबा इंडिजिनस पीपल नि भारत की तना थाना याद्रबा अदुगो महिरोंगी मिसिंगनि दखोइबु प्रोटेक्ट तौनबगी दमकता इनर लाइन परमिट पीगनी हाइना पिरखिबा अदुगो ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी जी दो ngasi मांगदा फमगा लेरे बासी की दमते अखोइना करी दबम थोई अतई डेवलपमेंट टोखरो अतई बन लेहंदबा ब्लॉकेज लेहंदबा इकोनॉमिक ब्लॉकेज लेहंदबा जनरल स्ट्राइक लेहंदबा पुनमक टोखरो हाइरिबा इशू अनिजी खतना ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर द मागी तबिमल खंगबा उपोइना मणिपुर द एब्सोल्यूट BJP की सरकार में पीवाई बसे तंगाई फदे है ना इधर में याम लोगे भाई दी तारीख कुनिपा नंबरी तारीख मंगा द पांग थोक दो रिबादु कुमा तारा विधानसभा के इलेक्शन दा मणिपुर दा 40 लगी सीट है न कहल है का एब्सोल्यूट मेजॉरिटी की बीजेपी का कक्ति सरकार हम वही पीर का प्राइम मिनिस्टर सिंह तविमल खंग उच्ची आई नहीं में हम दा खुद लोड
Former Chief Minister of Manipur, Okram Ibobi, questioned whether Prime Minister Narendra Modi aligned with anti-social elements to impose all the bans and blockades in the past, as he promised to put an end to bans and blockades once BJP comes back to power. He said this during the reception program for Paukolal Haukip, who was the BJP candidate for Saikot Assembly constituency in the last election. Speaking on the occasion, Ibobi said at today's public rally, Prime Minister Modi did not mention anything about APSPA, price hike, drugs and employment, mocking him for his remark about bringing a change in the state's power sector. Ibobi said the prepaid meter system was introduced in the state by the Congress. He questioned the achievements by the government under Act East policy, formerly known as Look East policy, during the Congress. During the Congress-led UPA government at the center, the then Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, paved the way for Imphal-Mandalay bus services to China, passing through Myanmar and Thailand, by taking up tripartite talk for Trans-Asian Highway. Even though China has completed the road, the Indian government is yet to do their part. Ibobi expressed confusion over the development under Act East policy by the BJP government.
Manipur the BJP government se hek lakpadagi drug ki problem mayam Manipur leba praja sing na hai crores of crore ki drug mafia trafficking sing si pharga kramai taw na thadokhi hai budi ai amohna makha ta na keno tawningai leite Manipur ki praja sing na khangbirabani masigi matang da karim ta palamde adagi Manipur da hana Congress na sarkar pairing matam da look is sana hairame ado hojik moi BJP sarkar he lakpadagi ek is sana hai x is hai basida ek is hai basida akoi di is yamna sakhot tharang ji yamna sakhot ka do boi ningure.
Union Minister for Road Transport and Highway Nitin Gadkari has promised to complete the road development work in Manipur as soon as possible. He said this during a one-day political conference for BJP candidate of Tengnopal Assembly constituency, Letpau Haukip, at Galngam Lentol ground in the border town of More. Speaking on the occasion, Union Minister Gadkari said BJP is a party which does not discriminate between the people and believes in overall progress. As brought up by the BJP candidate of the constituency, Letpau Haukip, construction of inter-village road in the AC will soon be taken up, he said. Expressing happiness over the highway construction along Imphal-More Road, he informed that he will come back for the inauguration of the road. Thereafter, there are plans for construction of a multinational logistic parks in More, just like the one in Guwahati. And HIDCL officials have been instructed to improve some areas of More town. Nitin Gadkari appealed to the people of the AC to elect Letpau Haukip as the representative of the constituency. JDU candidate of Yai School Assembly constituency, TH Brinda, has condemned vandalizing the party's election office opened at Ningthempu Krimapan last midnight by unknown miscreants and termed it as a cowardly act. Addressing media persons at her residence at Yai School Janmastan, she said there has been cases of threatening her workers in the recent past. However, they chose to remain quiet as they could not reach out to anyone. Brinda strongly condemned the destruction of the election booth, tearing of flags and posters. She challenged those involved in the act to come out in the open. Condemning such violence, she asserted that causing fear among the people will not have a positive outcome. Urging for a democratic and peaceful election, Brinda appealed to the people to stop all kinds of poll violence.
I hangay ang una daw iba force muscle power mayam si ay kung doon masi wakat kam lagi Manipur ay nakanano wakat umin makalaga si tabi uy na ikimi na lagi ang lay bani ano mamang dasut na hantan tratreta nung dampung tarik makhay lagi na nipan mo manung sila ay gi angang durang may kailay hindi manindalay ba angang ama mamana ꯀꯧꯔꯛꯑꯦ ꯃꯆꯥꯅꯨꯄꯥꯁꯤꯡ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣꯅ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯀꯩꯝ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯕꯤꯗ ꯃꯃꯥꯁꯤꯗ ꯅꯝꯃꯒ ꯀꯧꯍꯟꯕ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯃꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯤ 4 ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯝꯃꯦ ꯑꯣꯂꯤꯚ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯤꯟ ꯃꯆꯨꯒꯤ ꯖꯤꯞꯁꯤ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯃꯈꯣꯏ 3 ꯑꯃ ꯄꯝ ꯖꯦꯀꯦꯠ ꯂꯤꯠꯂꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯣꯏ 4ꯅꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯏꯁꯤ ꯄꯝ ꯖꯦꯀꯦꯠ ꯂꯤꯠꯇꯕ ꯅꯨꯄꯥꯁꯤꯅ ꯅꯪ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯟꯗꯥꯒꯤ ꯚꯣꯠ ꯆꯦꯟꯕ ꯂꯦꯞꯄꯨ ꯅꯪ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯩ ꯎꯠꯂꯒ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯗ BJPꯒꯤ ꯚꯣꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯆꯦꯜꯂꯣꯅ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯩꯁꯤ ꯅꯝꯃ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯅꯤꯡꯕꯗꯣ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯩ ꯀꯥꯞꯀꯦꯁꯨ ꯀꯥꯞꯄꯣ ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯏꯆꯦꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯆꯦꯟꯅꯦꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯨꯅ ꯒꯥꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯊꯧꯔꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯆꯦꯟꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ.
District Electoral Officer DEO of Imphal West has suspended 4 duty officers assigned for paying house-to-house visits of absentee voters for the election to the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly. According to an order issued yesterday by DEO of Imphal West TH Kiran Kumar, attendant at Engineering Cell of Manipur University Yumlembam Shyam Kumar, LDC of Gram Sevak Training Center Mohammad Sirajuddin, Assistant of Department of Sports of MU Konsam Subhasandra and Peon of State Academy of Training H. Nabakumar were suspended. The 4 employees are under deputation with the Election Commission of India and working under the supervision and control of the Commission. They were suspended under 20B of the Representation of the People's Act 1951. A team of Narcotics and Border Affairs (NABT) arrested 6 persons along with 34 kg of WY tablets worth 3 lakh rupees in Thoubal district. According to a police report, the team conducted a check of suspected vehicles at Tangjang area, Thoubal district last afternoon. The arrested persons were Abdul Rahman, age 45, son of Muhammad Talibur Rahman of Lilong Haureibi Turel Ahanbi, Th Abigail, age 38, wife of Muhammad Abdul Rahman, age 45 of Lilong Haureibi Turel Ahanbi, Rekibuddin Ahmad, age 43, son of Muhammad Rafikuddin Ahmed of Arohan Pat, Guwahati, Muhammad Ajmar Hussain, age 43, son of Muhammad Rahimuddin of Lilong Haureibi Sambrukong, Ngauni Dip, age 27, son of LH Lemo of Thingbakulen village, Senapati district, and Lo Pauro, age 27, son of Dri Lo of Tapau village in Senapati district. The team recovered 30 packets of WI tablets weighing 34 kg, 1 Maruti Suzuki SX4 bearing registration number MN06LA7947 with registration card, a Toyota Fortuner bearing registration number MN06LB5094, 9 mobile phone, 3 driving licenses, 3 Aadhaar cards, 7 ATM cards, 2 voter ID cards, 1 PAN card, and a sum of 50,520 rupees. Police report said the accused persons were part of an interstate drug trafficking network and the drugs were handed over to them from Myanmar at More border to be transported to Guwahati. A case has been registered at NAP police station for further investigation. As part of the security measures taken up for the assembly election, a team of Imphal West District Police Commando arrested 1 active cadre of RPF or PLA organization from Laikinthabi village with IED. According to a police report, the team arrested 1 active cadre of PLA from Laikinthabi village at 4:10 p.m. yesterday. The person has been identified as Maibam Dhanachandra, alias Foreign, alias Mocha Meitei, age 28, son of M. Mangita Meitei of Oyumpok, Maning Lekai. Upon investigation, he disclosed that he joined the organization in 2008 through a self-styled Major Robertson. The team later arrested another cadre, Ramai Dafia Amos, age 43, son of Ramai Dafia of Phiapon village in Kangpokpi district on the same day as disclosed by Dhanachandra. Ramai disclosed that in January this year, Finance Secretary Ripu Paumai of NSCNK from Senapati along with 1 unknown person came to his house and handed over 1 IED for safe custody to be used later on. The same IED, 1 detonator and 1 mobile phone were recovered from his possession. He disclosed further that the IED was planned to be used along the Imphal to Kangpokpi. The arrested persons and seized articles have been handed over to Sekmai police station for further legal action. India witnessed a major decline in COVID-19 cases with 13,405 fresh cases with 235 deaths in the last 24 hours. This took the total tally of COVID cases to 4.28 crore and the total death toll climbed to 5.12 lakh according to the Union Health Ministry data updated. The active cases in the country stood at 1.81 lakh, while the daily positivity rate was recorded at 1.24%. Meanwhile, with 34,226 patients recovered in the last 24 hours, the cumulative tally of recovered patients stood at 4.21 crore. Consequently, India's recovery rate stood at 98.38%. On the other hand, with the administration of more than 35.50 lakh vaccine doses in the last 24 hours, India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage has exceeded 175.83 crore across the country. NCP's Supriya Sule and BJD's Amar Patnaik are among 11 MPs who will be getting the Sansad Ratna Award 2022, Prime Point Foundation said today. The jury committee has also nominated senior BJP leader from Tamil Nadu H.V. Hande and Congress veteran M. Birappa Moily for a Lifetime Achievement Award, while 4 parliamentary standing committees, Agriculture, Finance, Education and Labor, will be awarded for their contributions. The 11 parliamentarians include 8 from the Lok Sabha and 3 from Rajya Sabha. The foundation said in a statement. The 12th edition of the Sansad Ratna Award function will be held on February 26 in the national capital. The awardees were selected based on their cumulative performance from the beginning of the 17th Lok Sabha till the end of the winter session 2021, based on the data provided by PRS India. Prime Point Foundation's founding chairman K. Srinivasan said. The awards were instituted on the suggestion of former President late APJ Abdul Kalam to honor the top-performing parliamentarians. The Indian Embassy in Ukraine today once again asked Indian students to leave the country temporarily amid escalating tensions following Russia recognizing the independence of 2 separatist regions in eastern Ukraine. About queries by Indian students about online classes by medical universities in Ukraine, the embassy said it is engaged with respective authorities on the matter. Students are advised, in the interest of their safety, to leave Ukraine temporarily rather than wait for an official confirmation from universities. The mission added in the fresh advisory. The move came amid apprehensions by Western leaders that Russia was set to invade Ukraine soon as it deployed over 1.30 lakh soldiers, heavy weapons and fighter jets along the Ukrainian border. The tensions between Russia and the NATO countries escalated further after Russian President Vladimir Putin on Monday recognized the independence of the Donetsk People's Republic and the Lugansk People's Republic. Before we end the bulletin, let's look at the top news headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid a short visit to Imphal, urged people to vote for BJP for double-engine government. Ex-Chief Minister O. Ibobi asked whether Prime Minister aligned with anti-social elements to impose bans and blockades in the past. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari promises to complete all road improvement works in state soon. With that, it's a wrap for this evening news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.